Hey, bud. So today I'm going to finish taking off these oil cooler lines. There's some disconnects right there. And this hose right there actually connects pretty far to the motor. So I'm gonna probably just disconnect it where that wrench is sitting on it and leave the other hose attached to the motor when I pull it out. Or maybe if I can get a better visual of it, I'll understand it better. But for now, I'm just gonna get rid of the oil cooler lines and try to find anything else that might be, get this light, might be holding the motor into the car. So I'm gonna get rid of that ground, and then this guy right here, and basically go around the whole motor and try to find out what else is holding the motor to the chassis. Shouldn't be a whole lot now, but I'm gonna get in that work. So I went ahead and got everything off the front. I got the oil cooler brackets taken off, put the screws back where they belong, and so yeah, everything's off the front completely. And I'll grab this light. Just got two. I just did the ground for the intake manifold. There's some vacuum lines down there I unplugged. Still trying to get, I don't really know, I'm gonna have to do some research, but I might have to pull that top of the intake manifold off to get a lot of that harness out. But I got everything off the front. I got the AC belt off and the tensioner, and yeah, I got the fuel lines, the blue and the red, those are disconnected. I disconnected some more stuff. It's just gonna be a little at a time. I'm just gonna start figuring out everything I just have to disconnect, but I think I'm gonna have to just probably, I don't know, do some research for once, see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do that sometime. I'm probably gonna call it some night tonight and pick back up tomorrow at some point. I've been kind of messing around with this for a while. I went ahead and pre-lubricated my cap bolts. Yeah, maybe you can see it. Yeah, somewhere right there. I went ahead and shot those with some WD-40 because I know that they were pretty well rusted on there. Not rusted on, but they definitely got some rust on it. So I went ahead and shot that so that way tomorrow will be a little bit easier for me to get those off. And I don't know if I have to drop the manifold, the exhaust manifold off or not, but we'll probably just do that. I don't want to mess anything up, so if I can save more space, I'll do it. I'll do it. I ended up just taking off the, get a light up in there correctly, so you can see, there we go. There's actually some clips that held those in, and I just popped the clip out, and the other oil cooler line just kind of popped right out, so that was nice. And then I did the same thing for up over here somewhere. I did the same thing, so I'll be able to do the same thing for that guy right there. Right there, right there, right there. So I'm gonna do the same thing with that, but get all those lines taken out, the bracket taken off. But yeah, so the front of the car is looking pretty good now. Get my finger out the camera. It's looking all right, so one thing at a time. Next day, so I'm gonna take off the starter, and the alternator has to come off, and I'm gonna get working on those, while also I'm done getting the starter. I'll also get the at least the like the mid pipe, the cat or whatever, but I'll get the mid pipe and take that off and disconnect that, so it gives me some more room to get to the transmission bolts. So I'm gonna get on that. I went ahead and got out the starter. Just two 14mm bolts. There's a nut on the back of that one right there. I was able to just disconnect it, pull those bolts out, whoop whoop, it's gone. All right, and then I got the three out of the cat. There's 3 bolts. It's in the shape of a rotor. Who knew? But got the 3 out of there. Disconnected the O2, and let's get some light in this situation. Boom. There's a bracket that went across both sides. I'm missing a bolt. It's in California. And it was one like little cross thingy. I don't even want to call it, man. But it was one bracket brace that went across there and one right there. Got those out. Those are 12 millimeters. And now I just have to get the last two bolts out of boop, each side of that. So back part. So take those out and get it off the hangers and pull that whole piece out. And after that, I'm going to take the alternator and AC condenser pump out. So I got the mid pipe off. It was the 3 bolts holding it to the manifold, the exhaust manifold, and then the other 2 bolts with the spring that went to the rest of the exhaust. It's like a 3-inch exhaust or something. No, it's pretty crazy. It's beautiful, really. It's an agency power exhaust, I guess. So let's see these guys. So it's got an exhaust. I don't have the mid pipe. I actually had to gut the cat because it was falling apart on the inside. So we went ahead and did a little bit of a gutting. Can't really see up in there like that, but well, let me see if I can fix that. So yeah, I gutted that. Had to be careful because of the O2, and that's all gutted out. So I mean, it's okay. And it kept it from overheating and stuff. But I'm gonna have to get the actual agency power cat delete. So I have that out. Pretty much everything is ready underneath to start unbolting the other stuff. But I'm gonna get to the engine bay first, because I just have a couple more things to remove from the top and then pretty much ready to pull it. So I'm gonna call it a night here, and I'll get back to it possibly tomorrow. We'll see, but I want to try to just do as much as I can. I don't have much time, and I'm by myself now these past couple days, so Bud hasn't been here. He's been a busy boy. So yeah, so I'm gonna call it a night and then get back at this tomorrow and get more stuff done. Oh yeah, can't forget, I better load these guys up real good. Don't want any problems out of them. I don't want no problems out here. So there's the exhaust manifold, and then there's the agency power exhaust. But open it up nice, I can actually get around. Look out. Get out of here. I should be able to get around that pretty good to get all them bolts out. Looks pretty simple. So yeah, so I'm gonna get at that tomorrow, and along with the rest of the stuff in his bag. So, see you later.